seat is already positioned where I would like it to be. So this would be a comfortable spot for me to drive. That's the space. It's actually really roomy. If anything, I would scoot the seat back just a little bit, but you know, this is about where I would drive. So you know, I still can reach everything. I actually can one-hand the screen if I want to. I've got plenty of arm space. It's roomy. Now, here was the most, or actually, the coolest part I thought about this car was the fact that if I were in, say, a BMW M3 and I was in a comfortable spot, or if I was in a C350 in a comfortable spot, I would get in the back seat and I would be sitting like this, because there would be no legroom in there, especially with a driver of my size, or as the driver, knowing that somebody was behind me and not being a prick, I would move my seat forward, and now I'm uncomfortable for them to be a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to move the seat back to where it was, which is about right there, and I'm going to get in the back. So I am sitting here and my legs are fairly bent, but it's not uncomfortable. I mean, my knees are touching the back of the seat, but it's really not that bad. If this seat were scooted back much further, I would be like this. But, you know, relatively, there's a lot of room here. My feet aren't crammed underneath the seat, which is cool because I've seen that happen a lot of times in smaller sedans like this. And it's roomy. If somebody was sitting here next to me, you know, I have room. I'm not going to, you know, hit them when I move over with my elbow or knock their drink over onto them. It's just really a well thought out roomy car, and I've never seen a car this size with this much headroom. It's pretty cool. So now let's go look at the other cars. Now we have a Model S. Ta-da! I'm gonna hop in here. Sitting position here, comfortable. I do have more room around my legs, but this is a bigger car. This is actually a pretty comfy driving position for me. So I'm going to leave it as is. The Model S has always been a great interior as far as like the room goes on it. The screen in here actually isn't nearly as accessible or visible out of the peripherals of my eyes when I'm sitting right here, but it's still got good placement on it. The thing I really want to see is how's the back seat, because I think I've ridden in the back of a Model S all of like one time. Yes, there's definitely more room back here than there is in a Model 3, which would be expected because it's a much bigger car. And headroom wise though, there actually is less headroom back here. So as a 6 foot tall guy, if I sit totally straight up, I hit my head on this back pillar here. Where in the Model 3, it's got like that dome, the bubble dome, that feels much more open than this, and you actually get a little more headroom in that. So now we have a Model X. Obviously the biggest of Tesla's lineup. I'm expecting this to be nothing but extremely roomy up here, which it is. Tons of room in this car. You get that same open feeling you get sitting in the back of a Model 3, but in the front, because massive windshield and, you know, placement of everything's really good. Those fun Falcon wing doors. And check out the room in the back. So this is kind of interesting. I've never sat in the back of a Model X before, but I mean, the legroom back here actually seems like it's a little bit less than a 3 or an S. Maybe a lot less. Like the driver of this car is about my size. That's where the seat position was. I'm not saying this is uncomfortable by any means, but I definitely feel like there's less legroom in here than there was in the other cars. And I don't know if these are the new bench style for the 7-seat config on a Model X. I don't know if the seat moves forward or back. I think it lays flat. I'm not sure. I haven't played with it yet. But yeah, the room is not as much as I would have expected, actually. Well, that sums it up. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos, and thank you for watching.